So I was down on the beach with a bunch of warriors, and I noticed that the leader of our group, the chef, was gone. So I thought, well, maybe he probably went back home to cook up some stew or something to get us ready for the next competition. And they said, nah, man, he been missing for the last 3 days. I said, for real? He said, yeah. I said, this ain't right. Then all of a sudden, a 1957 Cavalier pulled up with a bunch of shooters. And the first thing that came out their mouth was this: Warriors, come out and play. And I said to myself, we're not coming to play until our leader come. And they said, boy, Warriors, we said come on and play. And I said, you know what? Something ain't right with this picture. So I smacked myself and I woke up in a deep sweat. And all of a sudden I decided, let me go up here and look into this computer of mine and see what I can fish up today. And your boy Urban, as you know, always come with you with that juicy fish flow. I got something good for you guys. Check this out. Rumors, as always. NBA free agency rumor. Lakers projected to sign Hassan Whiteside to 4-year max deal. Hold your horses. Don't get excited. Remember, just a rumor, and it's only a prediction. So keep this in mind. And this was actually written by a guy named John Michaels, and he's a writer for the company called Yabata. Never heard of him before, but it sounds like it's something that I got to look into. So anyway, Hassan Whiteside will be taking his talents to Hollywood, playing for the post-Kobe Bryant Los Angeles Lakers starting next season. This is the prediction made by a Bleacher Report featuring columnist Jared Johnson regarding the potential destination of the 7-foot defensive powerhouse this summer. I'm going to hit y'all with that once I finish this article, because I'm going to jump in there, because when they bought me, I like to jump and make sure that when I'm bringing it to you, it's almost close enough to a good rumor, and not just somebody just throwing something out there just for us to jump in and grab it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this stuff will happen. But anyway, Whiteside, who was one of the runner-up for the Defensive Player of the Year last season after putting up 11.8 rebounds and 3.7 blocks per game, is projected to join the Lakers on a 4-year max deal, according to Johnson. Johnson believed money will play a role in Whiteside's free agency. The big man is expected to receive no less than a max contract following his breakout season, and a paycheck worth below his price demand could force him to leave the Heat for greener pastures of Los Angeles. If he feels slighted by the Heat's marginally cheaper offer, don't be surprised if he looks elsewhere. The Los Angeles Lakers have frequently struck out on big-name free agents in recent years, but they had plenty of money and a franchise center role to offer him in Tinseltown. He'll take it, Johnson said of Whiteside. The Lakers made it known ever since the early phase of 2015-16 season that they are very interested in the 7-foot Whiteside. Los Angeles has nicely built a solid roster consisting of young, dynamic guards, D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, and a forward, Julius Randle, but still missing a dominant center who will carry them back to playoff contention. While Whiteside is still a project offensively, he nevertheless possesses the defensive arsenal the Lakers have been lacking of the past 3 seasons. Armed with loads of cash, the Lakers could easily offer Whiteside a 4-year deal worth $25 million per season and still have enough money to sign another quality free agent. What I tell you guys? Like I said, I come with that juicy flow, you know? So, now I'm going to jump over here to the Bleachers Report. And here's the Bleacher Report by the guy, remember, Jared Johnson, who wrote on this. And this is a prediction. I'm actually going to put this in one of my videos based on what the Lakers are going to be probably doing, this offseason, free agent-wise. And these are only my predictions of what I think they're going to look into. But anyway, I'm going to read this off. Hassan Whiteside established himself as a top 5 center in the NBA during the 2015-16 season. After the All-Star break, the Miami Heat center averaged 17.5 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 3.4 blocks per game while shooting 59.2% from the field and a much improved 75% from the free throw line. Now, remember, this is after the All-Star break. This guy was averaging 17 points, and keep in mind, he was still being benched in the 4th quarter. He was only getting 29 minutes. So keep that in mind. Now, like I said before, I told one of these other Miami fans, I said, he was like the 4th or 5th option on this team. He was not the first. He was not the second option. They didn't make any plays for him. But this guy still wound up averaging 17 points. And you trying to tell me that you wouldn't get this guy a max contract? Playing only 29 minutes? Come on, people. Wake up. Smell the coffee. Anyway. He ended the campaign with a third-place finish in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Now, teams must decide how much talent but temperamental big man is worth in free agency. According to the Miami Herald, Barry Jackson, Whiteside like Miami and wants to resign with the Heat. Now, this is what I'm saying. This is what his agent, either his agent or him, but I most likely believe it's his agent. And this is what it quotes. If all things are equal financially, the problem is that they might not be. Talking about Miami. Jackson also reported that Miami front office is hoping to persuade the 26-year-old center to sign for less than a maximum deal. Considering Whiteside is quickly improving and many teams have a heap of cash to spend this summer, it's likely that several teams will be willing to offer him max money. Whiteside also has a history of wanting respect. This is my reason why I say the Lakers have a good chance of grabbing this dude. Because one thing about him, he's still young. You know, yeah, he's a little immature, but the dude wants respect. So here it is. He was adamant last season that the developers of NBA 2K15 noticed his improvement and rewarded him for it, according to Bleach Report Brian Mazink. Also, at the end of the 2015-16 campaign, he felt disrespected when he realized he was third in Defensive Player of the Year voting. He said the following per the Sun Sentinel, R. Winderman, I never get any credit for anything I do. It is what it is, bro. If he feels slighted by the Heat's marginally cheaper offer, don't be surprised if he look elsewhere. The Los Angeles Lakers have frequently struck out on big-name free agents in recent years, but they had plenty of money and a franchise center role to offer him in town. And this is what Jerry Johnson saying, he'll take it. So this is the guy that I read earlier is basically saying that, listen, I got this from Bleacher Report. You know, this is what they're thinking that Whiteside is going to wind up doing. That Whiteside is going to wind up ditching Miami for L.A., based on the fact of him being disrespected. Like I said before, guys, you know, even though he might, you know, his agent saying that, look, I like Miami, you know, it's a good place to be and all that. That's what you're supposed to say, you know, if you still playing on a team. Remember, when he asked him this question, at the time, he was still in the playoffs. So he's not going to say nothing bad against a team that he's actually rocking with. Ain't like you don't like the team, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's a business thing, people. Regardless of how much you like a team or not, sometimes most players know that if it's an opportunity to rise above the occasion financially, most are going to take it. Especially if you know a team going to offer you way more than what another team offer you. So yeah, Miami can give him 20 mil, but the only problem about that is, what about Dwayne Wade? Now keep in mind, they already got 5 guys already on contract. That's going to take away 48 million of that money. Then if you sign Dwayne Wade, 9 times out of 10, Dwayne Wade is not going to take 10 million. So he's going to hover. Dwayne Wade probably, you know, because Dwayne Wade's a humble dude. Dwayne Wade probably take anywhere between 15 and 20 million. So if you sign, just say for instance, you give Dwayne Wade 18 and you give the Whiteside 20 million, right? That's 38 million right there. So you got 48 and 38. That right there is 80 million right there already tied up, right? So in retrospect to that, you still only got like what, 15 million to play with, if that. So you still remember that's only 7 people. And now with the new CBA agreement, you got to play the bench because they get a raise too. And 9 times out of 10, keep in mind, if they sign Whiteside and Dwayne Wade to nice size contracts, they might lose out on Joe Johnson, might lose out on Lou Dane. I know they said they definitely want to get Haslam back, so I don't know too much about that, but he'll probably sign for the minimum because he doesn't mind. But they're not going to be able to get a lot of big name players, you know what I mean? So in retrospect of that, that's why they're trying to get Whiteside to buy into the point of getting a smaller contract so they can have enough money to go around to sign other players. Because if you think about it, now, if the only thing I can really say about Whiteside, if he becomes humble and say, you know what, I'm going to put pride to the side, I'll take less money, I'm going to come, then it will work for them because then they can sign the other players. But it's not going to happen because Whiteside, one of them type of guys, he's looking for respect. And he feel like he's not getting it in Miami. Like I said, they benched him in key moments. You know what I mean? Where they brought Stoudemire in and benched this dude. You know, and mostly in the 4th quarter. Remember, they benched him. Also, they took him out of the starting rotation at one point in time. He wasn't even the starter. They had Stoudemire starting over him. And this guy was coming on the bench still doing his thing, showing his worth. So if the Lakers give a good pitch to him and say, listen, we're going to do things to you to make you feel wanted in our team. We're going to do what we can in order to make you feel like you're appreciated down here. Just keep this in mind. Whiteside might take that offer, especially if we can offer him 25 mil. So in reality, we can just sign Whiteside, like I said before, and just get a whole bunch of role players. Because keep in mind, you got to remember, D'Angelo Russell in a couple years is going to be an unrestricted free agent. You got Julius Randle. So you got to make sure that you have enough money to sign them guys. You don't want to be in a situation where you got a whole bunch of max contracts out, and then your key players, you ain't got enough money to sign them, and they go somewhere else. All right, so with that being said, like I said, it's your boy Urban. I'm coming to you with that fishy woo information, baby. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about serving you brothers, you know, those that cannot get down in the ditches and pull out that good information. Like, share, subscribe. Check me out on Twitter. Holla at your boy.